Hello, Barfly 2 here. Just really coming back to give you a bit of an update on what the Barflies are up to at the moment and to give a quick update on where we think things are with rising tensions at the moment. Given the state of the global trading conditions and shipping, there has been inevitable delays that have gone along with things, and WIZKIDS have actually tried to address this over the past few weeks and months, actually putting some announcements out saying they're working with the challenges to try and get it fixed and really get the stock out there. The article was mainly focused on HeroClix but did cover the rest of WIZKIDS stock too. Now I know that's frustrating, but actually kudos to WIZKIDS this time because they aren't renowned for the best supply chain, but actually they've owned it this time and spoke to us all about it and kept us updated. Granted, it might not be the best update to hear, but it is still at least trying to keep us in the loop, and it has been quite challenging to get the stock out there. So the latest official news has rising tensions actually arriving sometime in November. But you may have seen that on social media, apparently a copy of it has arrived in Australia. Now, despite the clickbaity titles, I'm not actually going to go into all the spoilers and stuff. We're just going to wait until we actually get our hands on our own copy, so you'll not get anything here, but you know where to look if you're seriously looking for spoilers of what's in the set. I'm just really looking forward to seeing all the official videos and things that will come out as it is properly launched. It's really exciting to actually see it, even if it's just images and some of them are blurry and things like that. It's just exciting to see it out there in the wild. So basically no spoilers here, but there's discussions on it out there. If you want to go and look and find it, you will. That leads us to where the Barflies are at with Star Trek Into the Unknown. Unfortunately, Barfly 1 is actually away on his travels at the moment, so we're having to delay doing any playthroughs or anything like that until he's actually back in the country. As any regular viewers and listeners will know, we do have several projects that we're actually working on in the background that we're hoping to update you with as we progress through this video. So Project 1, the playing a bigger fleet, that playthrough is still going to happen, but as I've just said, Barfly 1 is away on his holidays and he's out of the country at the moment, so we're just going to have to put a pause on that until he's back in, but we've got everything set up and ready for it. Project 2, I'm actually working on trying to redesign the Star Trek Alliance scenarios, which are cooperative, into a normal Star Trek Into the Unknown experience. I've got a very rough draft of a general outline of how a campaign would work, and also a rough outline of how Mission 1 might look, tweaking it ever so slightly to take in all the elements of Star Trek Into the Unknown, which is a bit less combat focused compared to Star Trek Alliance and Attack Wing that go along with it. Interesting because each Alliance scenario kind of gives an overture and one complication, so all I'm having to do is tweak it slightly and create another complication for the other faction involved. Once I get it in a playable form, I'll actually post it in the usual places like the unofficial Facebook group and probably Discord. The final project is actually some sort of basic tournament rules. A lot of the groundwork on this project was already done before. I've touched on it in a previous video. It was done by Biggs, who set up an unofficial tabletop simulator World Cup this year. So I'm just really chipping away, getting these down on paper and trying to tweak it slightly to get some campaign element into it. Just exploring using that narrative angle of using factions in order to generate extra points and really playing into how factions work. As usual, if I get it into any acceptable form, I'll get it up and get it posted online for you all. So that's really the state of the play with the Barflies at the moment. We're kind of in a holding pattern, building our fleet together, still thinking of Star Trek Into the Unknown and itching to get our hands on Rising Tensions whenever it does finally arrive here in the UK. Hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll catch you again soon.